Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Hopefully, you're all enjoying your night. Hopefully, you're all enjoying your evening. Hopefully, you all had a great week. The weekend is here. How's everybody doing tonight? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. There was a little bit of action today. A little bit of action earlier today. It's been fairly quiet with one or two moves here and there. Nothing big, right, as far as moves goes, except the Dodgers, right? And we'll talk about the Dodgers. I mean, are any of us shocked? Honestly, I know I'm not. The Dodgers made they made a big signing, so we'll talk about that. But let's see what happens. Maybe things will start to pick up here in the next week, next couple of weeks. Maybe we see some big names come off the board, but we'll just have to wait and see. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's say what's up to the chat. Who do we have here? We got CT Cards in the building. Ken's in the building. Jack is in the building. Joe is in the building. What's up? Chua is in the building. What is going on? David Cohen's in the building. Mr. Controversy. Rodney's in the building. What's up, Rodney? How's it going? Ronald is in the building. Jake Boss, what's up? David Herrera, what is going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat. And we got Ken from Myrtle Beach. What's up, Ken? How's it going? Good to see you. So, again, hit those likes, hit that subscribe, share this channel out. Let's continue growing this channel. We are on the road to 1,500 subscribers. So, obviously we talked a lot last night about who the New York Yankees are going to go after, what options are out there. And now they did bring back a familiar face. They did bring back Andrew Velasquez. So he's signed back with the Yankees on a minor league deal. So he is going to get an invitation to spring training. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with him. For those of you that are not, he is a Bronx native. He grew up a Yankees fan. So, there's a little bit of a story with him. He played for a few different teams. He was in the Guardians organization, the Angels organization, spent some time in Baltimore. Also, he was in the Braves minor league system as well. So, yeah, he's bounced around quite a few teams. He got a little bit of playing time with the Yankees back in 21. So Yankees, again, they brought him back on a minor league deal. He's going to get an invitation to spring training. Now, what does that mean? He's going to get some playing time, and he's going to try out. He's going to try to be a starter. He'll win a starting job. But of course, he's going to have some competition around him, right? If the Yankees decide to go internally, whether that's Velasquez, whether that's DJ, whether that's a guy like Vivas, Peraza, the names that we have been talking about. So add another name to that list, Andrew Velasquez. So he's back in New York. He's back with the Yankees. He's back home. So let's see how things turn out during spring training. So wish him the best of luck. I do not believe he is on the 40-man roster. I don't think he's on the 40-man roster. So they're gonna have to make some room for him. I would assume, but I don't know what that's gonna look like. But we will see. And we got a few other folks in the chat. We got Mr. Coconuts. What is going on? Jacob Petruzzi. What's up? I see you're at work. Hey, don't avoid work, man. If you have to work, don't get in trouble. But I appreciate you. John the Beagle Dad, what is going on? And we got D1 in the building. What's up? He says, hey, what's good, everyone? I say if Yankees not giving Peraza a chance at third, just sign Bregman, cost you money. They haven't. Well, I mean, Bregman has been linked to the Yankees, but I don't think they want to sign him to a long-term deal. First off, and $200 million, as I've said many times, I don't think he's worth $200 million. I could see him signing a short-term deal. I know he's been, connected to the Tigers, which makes sense because of AJ Hinch. Maybe he signs back with the Astros. I mean, who knows? But we'll see. Ken Merrill Beach is saying there's no spot for him. Backups are Grisham, backup catcher LeMahieu, Cabrera. Yeah, backup catcher. I mean, that's going to be interesting. We still don't know who the backup catcher is going to be. There's a catcher that the Dodgers let go of, actually, to make room for Hai-Sung Kim, who we will talk about. And Hai-Sung Kim, not to confuse with Hae-Sung Kim. The names are very similar to each other, but let's not let's not confuse the two. All right. And Ronald Duffney is asking, what are the Yankees' chances this year? Chances of what? Winning the World Series, making it to the playoffs? What are you saying? Or what are you asking? What's up, Lou? How's it going? Hey, Ray, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. What is going on? What's up? Norma Flores, good to see you. Always nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? Dev Finch, what is going on? And my friend referee in the building. Some decal. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, I again, I've been kind of playing around with some merchandise ideas. So I just need to figure out how to go about that. And then once I get that going, I'll definitely get that out there. But thank you for the kind words. Oh, you're on break watching? Hey, as long as you're on break, bro, and you're not neglecting work, I'm cool. All right, just don't neglect work. All right. Rice backup catcher and first baseman. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know what they're gonna do for backup catcher. I mean, he could be the guy. It could be JC Escara. He's another name that's been heavily mentioned in the in the Yankees organization. Yankees have a lot of catchers. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is. I'm sure they're gonna move one of those guys. I'm sure in a deal. The Yankees still need a bat, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I mean, the Yankees as of right now, as far as right now, the AL East, they're definitely the clear favorites. I mean, they've made some great moves this offseason. We know what moves they made. Orioles really haven't done anything, right? They did sign Charlie Morton to a 1-year deal worth $15 million. So, and the guy's 41 years old. He joined, as far as the Orioles rotation goes. I mean, it's not strong. I mean, they obviously they didn't bring back Corbin Burns. They were linked to Jack Flaherty, but I don't see them signing Flaherty. So, I mean, the Orioles haven't done anything. But Orioles rotation, I mean, you're looking at Charlie Morton, Zach Eflin, Grayson Rodriguez, Dean Kramer, and the pitcher that they signed from Japan, Tomoyuki Sugano. So, and among others. So, the rotation, I mean, clearly needs work. But we'll see what happens. As far as winning the World Series there, Ronald, I mean, honestly, I'll give them a chance. Am I saying that they're going to win? I'm not gonna say yes right now. You know, we'll see. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna determine that depending on how the season goes. So I think we'll have a better idea. I will say this: they will make it to the postseason. Can they make it to the World Series? Absolutely. Can they win the World Series? I'm not going to say yes. We'll just have to wait and see. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Hoodies. Yes, hoodies. Roki will make his decision in 3 weeks, so Yanks won't do anything until then. Yeah, I mean, he's got to make a decision. Yeah, he's got to come to make a decision in 3 weeks. So, do the Yankees have a chance? I mean, Yankees have a chance, sure. Ultimately, I think he signs with the Dodgers, or not the Dodgers, but the Padres, and I would say the Dodgers are number 2 on that list. That's what I think. So appreciate you. David Cohen is testing his boss's patience. Yeah, I could see that with David Cohen. And if he bobbleheads, you know what? That might be an idea. Maybe I should get some bobbleheads made. Yeah, let's do the bobbleheads. D-Rod, good to see you, D-Rod. What's going on? What is up? NFU shirts with the couch on the front. Yeah, buddy. It'll be just me lounging on the couch. So there'll be a lot of questions about that one. So my head has stopped growing. You see this head? It's nice. It's nice. It's evenly shaped. So there's nothing to change. Yankees need a third baseman if it's a back grade, but at least a good glove. I mean, I think defense is the name of the game here, D-Rod. It's been their theme in this offseason is as far as acquiring bats, it's been defense. We talked heavily about the Yankees defense. The Yankees defense and their fundamentals was highly criticized in the offseason and during the season too. There are times where I brought up the Yankees defensive problems, especially in those games where there was blown saves or they gave up the pitchers didn't have a good outing, and there's always that one particular name that everybody wanted to blame. And I do always remember the fact that I brought up the fact that the infield especially did not do their jobs, and it was ignored. It was ignored. It's like, you know what? Those guys have a job to do. They get paid to do it. If you want to stand there and be a model, I mean, you could do that. I mean, you could pay me $20 million and I could stand there and be a model and just not make any plays. Sign me up. What's up, Sean Browning? What's up, Steve Legend? What is going on? Maybe I'll make ice cream bars, like those WWE ice cream bars. Maybe I'll make NFE ice cream bars. I just got to call up one of these companies. The Dodgers just DFA'd their former number 1 prospect who was a catcher. Don't be surprised if the Yankees bring him out to compete. And that was going to be the thing that I was going to talk about. Was that the Dodgers did sign, or they did DFA their catcher. His name is Diego Cartaya. And he's 23 years old. According to reports, he was rated as one of the top prospects in both the Dodgers organization and Major League Baseball just a few years ago. So, he's from Venezuela. So he is highly touted. I mean, could the Yankees bring him in? Sure. And, he could compete with the other catchers to be Austin Wells' backup catcher. But again, the Yankees have a lot of catchers right now. I don't know if the Yankees have any interest in bringing them on. But we'll see. The Yankees like to have their options, no doubt. Those didn't have Burns in 2023 and won the division are playing with house money. Well, yeah, I don't know how well they're going to do this season, but I think they'll do well. I think Boston, AL East, I mean, it's always a hard time. I mean, we know that. We know that the AL East is just a very competitive division no matter what. So, I expect Baltimore to still be contenders. I think the Red Sox are, they made some improvements too, especially with their pitching rotation. So let's see what they do. The way things are going, the Dodgers are going to win 9 in a row. I mean, Dodgers are just signing everybody and anybody, and they're giving out deferrals like it's nothing. So, they did sign Hai Song Kim, not to be confused with Hae Song Kim, right? Very similar names. Hai Song Kim, I mean, his window was closing. If he didn't make a decision today, he was going back to Korea. But he signed a 3-year deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers, worth $12.5 million. So, I think he's going to bring a different dynamic to the team. Looking at his highlights, he makes good contact with the ball, and he could run. He's got some speed. So, add that to the Dodgers arsenal. You add that with with Shohei Ohtani, who can hit, can run, and is definitely a threat. And then the rest of the guys in the lineup, right? Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. That's just another threat in the lineup. I mean, the Dodgers are stacked. Question now is, what are the Dodgers going to do with Kim being on the team? What's going to happen with I would imagine Kike Hernandez is probably not going to be brought back. What happens with Gavin Lux? What happens with these guys? Do they move on from them? Do they get traded? Would the Yankees be interested in either one of in a guy like Max or Max Muncy or Gavin Lux? The Yankees do need another bat. It's clear that I'd say they're going to go. They're definitely going to go after a third baseman. They want to move Jazz to second. But obviously, if a second base candidate comes along, then for sure they'll sign him and keep Jazz at third. And I'm not against Jazz Chisholm playing third base. So, not that it'll ever happen, but Dodgers will be the sole reason for a salary cap. Hope not. There will never be a salary cap in baseball. I mean, if there's ever a salary cap, the players will go on strike. Major League Baseball would cease to exist, and then they would have to create a new league. It's as simple as that. I don't see it happening. The problem with your bobblehead, if they're going to think it's David Price. So apparently our friend Joe here was telling me that I look like David Price. I don't see it. Does anybody else see it? I don't see it. I've never had anybody tell me that. Desiree, what's up, Desiree? What's going on? What is up? TC Steels, my friend. Good to see you, man. How's life treating you? How's 2005? How's 2005? Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The Yankees miss out on Sasaki, and the Yankees bring Bregman with a short-term deal, 3-year deal with 2 opt-outs. And Ken, I kid you not, this was something that I was discussing with Mazza from Ford Train Express and Jason as well. Is that I could see guys like Bregman and Pete Alonso signing short-term deals. Kind of like what happened with Cody Bellinger and Jordan Montgomery. So, I could definitely see the Yankees doing something like that, signing a guy like Bregman on a short-term deal, should they decide to sign anybody. So, yeah, and you never know what the Yankees are going to do. You just never know. I mean, they do something that none of us expect, and they're extremely quiet about what they do. So, yeah, but the Hai Song Kim signing though, look, I'm surprised that the Dodgers signed him. I'm not saying they weren't incapable of signing him. They definitely had they're capable of signing him, no doubt. I just didn't think it was going to happen. But here we are. So, Max, what up, man? What's going on, bro? Yeah, again, my thing with my thing with Bregman though is just I don't want him to a long-term deal. And again, he's not worth the 200 million. Talking to the Mets. 2005 was a long time ago, bro. I can tell you what happened in 2005. Yeah, 20 years ago. It's been yeah, a lot things happened in 2005, so so Dodgers will fall flat on their faces. I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think the Dodgers are just making it happen. Like I said, man, they're just going out there and just signing players and getting anybody that they want. It's just like it's they're trying to tell everybody like it's their time. There's no clickbait, dude. They brought back Andrew Velasquez. He played for the Yankees. Look it up. I'm not trying to be clickbait. He played for the Yankees previously. I don't know if anybody else is getting, but the channel's going to commercials too many times now. Well, everybody gets it. I set it up to where on YouTube, as far as the commercials, it does. YouTube does it on its own. I just say, let YouTube do it, and I try to keep, there's like different options. I could be aggressive. I could be, but I don't go aggressive. I'm more just balanced, like just medium. There's like small, medium, and hard, different levels. So I just choose the one that's in the middle. But yeah, Dodgers are playing with monopoly money. Well, hey, if no one cares about him, I'm just saying they brought him back. So I'm far from clickbait. So yeah, in 2005, I was in Afghanistan in the Kandahar province. So 2005, I graduated high school. I'm not talking. What am I saying that I'm talking him up like he's Babe Ruth? Did anybody hear me say that? Let me know. Hey, bro, you don't have to be in here, man. You can leave whenever you want. You don't have to be in here. Yeah, no, it's all good, TC. It's all good. I don't. I'm not worried about him. But yeah, Sean Browning. Yeah, it's your junior year. Yeah, I graduated. I graduated high school in 2005. So yeah, 20 years ago. I graduated high school 20 years ago. What a time. I mean, time flies by. But anyway, back to baseball news. Back to baseball news. I don't want to get off track here. I don't want to get off track here. So now the Orioles. We talked about the Orioles. They signed Charlie Morton. Again, we talked about their rotation. So I think the Orioles are going to be fine. They still have their young dynamic team. I think they're going to. I think they're still going to play good baseball. Do they finish second bit, or do they finish second place, third place? How will how will they do? We'll see. I mean, I don't. I think the Orioles, again, they got a good young dynamic team. They got good bats. Starting pitching is a little bit of a question mark. They did have a bunch of injuries in 2024 to their starting rotation. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happens this year. Can these guys? All right. You know what? There you go. The Dodgers want a dynasty, and they're actively working on it. The Orioles are the only AL East team the Yankees have to worry about. How about Cohen? Sign anyone besides Soto yet? Yeah. I mean, they signed. They got some. They did bring Manaea back. They got Clay Holmes. I mean, as far as the Mets go, their starting rotation is going to be it's still questionable. I don't know how their starting rotation is going to be. The Yankees have a better starting rotation than the Mets do, as far as I'm concerned. So their starting rotation certainly it still needs to be addressed, but their starting rotation as of right now is set. So, or depending on the injured pitcher coming back from risky proposition, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they have some injuries. They have some injuries. So. I'm paranormal. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm in a good mood right now. I'm not gonna. I know there's certain folks that are just in here trying to cause trouble for no reason, but uh, whatever. I can care less. And hopefully you're having a good night. And referee with the $2 super chat. Shout out to you, referee. Says YouTube Premium is commercial free, $14 monthly. All right, folks. So, hey, if you don't want commercials, sign up for YouTube Premium, $14 monthly. I mean, it's up to you, though. No pressure, right? No pressure. Taking to the mats, I kind of need my rest. Boston's dead in the water like Oakland, Toronto like Tampa, and most teams in the NL Central. I mean, again, David, when it comes to Toronto, Tampa, Baltimore, Boston, I mean, they're always a pain. They're always a pain for the Yankees. They always bring wreak havoc on the Yankees. They always give the Yankees trouble. Yankees have trouble with these guys or with these teams. And again, division rivals, it's going to happen. They play the Yankees tough every time. So, but Yankees, I say will finish, at the top of the AL East. So, yeah, I don't want those trolls there, Stephen B. I'm good. YouTube is the only streaming service I have anyway. Yeah, I don't have a lot of streaming services. I know people with a bunch of streaming services. I'm okay, man. I'm on my own breathing machine a lot today, hanging in there. Oh, I'm sorry, man. We'll send some positive thoughts your way, man. So sorry to hear that, but hang in there, man. Hang in there. We're thinking of you. And David Elias with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, man. You are the man. He's like, you're good when the trolls arrive next. Oh boy, yeah. I don't want to deal with that. Oh man, I don't want to deal with that. No. And referee, who's been a member for 4 months. It's good you have trolls, proof channels, but yeah, thing with trolls is that a lot of these trolls are tough behind a monitor. They're never tough. They're never tough face to face. It's like just dogs barking. But then once you put, if you see them face to face, you put your foot down. Let's see how tough they are. But again, I don't waste my energy with stuff like that. I'm a little bit more mild mannered, believe it or not. Ownership for the A's, Angels, Boston, Toronto, all have ownership issues. Yeah, and it's funny, man. Toronto, the Blue Jays, they got money. The ownership has a lot of money. But they don't spend. But I'm wondering too, because let's use Corbin Burnes as an example, right? Corbin Burnes got he said he was offered more money to go play for Toronto, but he didn't go to Toronto because of tax reasons, so it's more expensive to live in Toronto. That was the reason why he didn't, he also didn't sign with San Francisco. So he, ultimately signed in Arizona. It was convenient because him and his family lived there. His wife gave birth to their baby. So, for tax reasons, it's cheaper. And that could be the reason why some of these players may not sign with Toronto. I don't know. But Toronto has money. The ownership has money. It's just a matter. Sometimes I feel like it's just a matter if the players want to go play there. That's the big that's the big question for them. That's because or the big decision for them. Boston. I mean, I don't know if you all remember this, but the Red Sox, they did the ownership did say that they weren't looking to spend like big money. They were trying to be like a small market team. Um, I don't know if that's a good idea for that organization for that market, and especially when they have their franchise player in Rafael Devers, right? So they signed him to a long term deal. Um, I don't know. I don't know what happens with them, but Boston. I mean, Boston's rotation is going to be good. Their lineup. I mean, they got some guys in that lineup that can hit. Um, Angels, forget about it. I mean, we know the Angels. We know Artie Moreno. The Oakland A's. Well, we all know what they are as well. So, in Funhouse, your health is good, man. Or I'm on TV or the news. Somehow my FiOS is. Whoa. Jeez, referee, that's a hefty bill, man. $270 a month. Jeez. Yeah, CT isn't the Canadian dollar a lot weaker than the American dollar, or they charge more taxes? No, thanks. Well, yeah, I don't know what dollar is weaker, but as far as taxes in Canada, though, I hear Canada has very high taxes, and Toronto, I would expect, since Toronto is a big city, right? It's kind of like New York, with their high taxes. So it makes perfect sense. Burns still got 35 million AAV. He's no saint. He got his cake and ate it too. Well, yeah, I mean, he ultimately that's what he was going to get. I feel like it was inevitable. I think the 245 million was initially what he was looking for, according to reports. But he, he did. But got 210. Got it. He got his 35 million, and he's got deferrals on his contract. I don't have the details in front of me, so, but he did. He has some deferrals. I think it's like 10 million per year of deferrals. So, I'd have to take a look at it again. Boston's stuck. Fenway needs a major fix. The neighborhood in downtown is too crowded and too locked in. Boston and Tampa Bay are pests, but the money isn't there. Tampa Bay is screwed. Well, yeah. Tampa Bay is in big trouble. I mean, Boston, I don't think they're in trouble personally, but Tampa Bay, well, I mean, yeah, I don't. Who knows what the future holds for them? So that's who's to say that they're even going to be in Tampa Bay in the future. But Tropicana Field is, it's out of commission right now. They're going to play at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Where they play, what happens after that? I mean, we'll find out. Who could play third base, assuming Jazz plays second? I mean, there's names out there. You have. They could sign Bregman to a short-term deal, which, if that's the case, fine. They could look into signing Bregman, or maybe they sign another, or they trade or sign for another player. I mean, there's options there, Jonathan. They could go internally too, which is entirely possible. I mean, that's not what I would want. Let's smash the like button. How we handle the trolls. Appreciate you there, Steve Legend. Mr. Coconuts, I hope that's not the case, man. And an opt out for 2. Yeah. Well, it'd be silly for Corbin Burns to opt out, in my opinion, because he's not going to get anything better than what he's getting right now. I don't. If he was to opt out, I can't see another team giving him more in AAV. Give your credentials. Who are you to speak on? I don't have any connections. I'm just a fan. I'm a content creator, just like most of the people, just like most of the content creators that do sports. So I don't claim to have any connections. I just give my thoughts and opinions there, man. So yeah, and I mean, yeah, 100 years ago, times were definitely different. Yeah, I don't have some channels know people in the front office. I mean, depending on which, I don't know what channels you're referring to. So yeah, I don't claim to know anybody or have any connections. I mean, if I have said that, I want somebody in the chat to let me know if I ever said that, because I don't make that claim. I, Jeff Jones, I mean, if they know everybody inside the Yankees organization, good on them, man. Yeah, I know Hal Steinbrenner. Yeah, right. That's funny. But anyway, Cards probably trade Arenado before spring training begins. And oh yeah, that was another name I was gonna mention too. That Arenado. Even though Jack Curry has said, even though Jack Curry has said that the Yankees are not on Arenado. I mean, I would say they could be still. They could just be waiting for St. Louis to do better, because I know St. Louis wants to trade Arenado, so they do want to trade Arenado. Um, but they're gonna have they're gonna have to eat a lot of his contract, because and his market is limited. So, and he's got the no trade clause. The thing what's the thing is, Arenado's in the driver's seat. He's got the advantage here. So, again, if he wants to, but yeah, if he wants to, if he wants to, if St. Louis wants to trade him, they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to, eat more of his contract. I mean, to make it worthwhile. He already vetoed the Astros, so Arenado, I mean, his glove would be great at third base. I mean, that would be a big upgrade, and that infield would be solid. You would have Arenado at third, um, Jazz at second, Volpe at shortstop, um, and then you would have Goldschmidt at first. I mean, that would be a solid infield right there, and that would be an upgrade compared to compared to 2024. So yeah, I would take it. Arenado, Volpe, Jazz, and Rice. Well, Goldschmidt's gonna be your starting first baseman. So, all right, you know what? There you go. I don't know what's. Does anybody know what's going on tonight? Like, all these clowns coming in. So there you go. You just got timed out. If keep playing, keep playing. I'm a nice guy, but I also got my limitations too. I also have my limitations too. So keep testing me. Keep testing me. Bye bye. Yeah. Give him the boot. And also, moderators in the chat, just so you guys know, um, just so you guys know, feel free to put them in timeout anytime you want. Just do it. So, David Elias, YouTube member, yo, what's up? Per Joel Sherman, Yankees don't have interest in Arenado as of now. Money does change things. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. January 3rd, new moon. Well, that explains a lot. Yeah. 'Cause, 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 So yeah, the trolls are out today, man. I love it. I love it. I love my haters. I love my haters. Bring it on. Yeah, I guess, man. I guess. I don't know what I ever did to them, but I probably said something that probably hurt their feelings. But it's all right. That's just what I do, you know. Yeah, 37 likes. Let's go. Yeah, 2025. Yeah, it's gonna be the year of the clowns. Could be worse, you know. But oh, trolls can be very entertaining at times, no doubt. Arenado and Goldschmidt at the corners with Volpe and Jazz in the middle will keep the infield clean on a sloppy day. No more freaking what's his name that never hustled. If you're you're referring to Gleyber Torres. Yeah, he's no longer a problem on the team. So goodbye. Nothing against Gleyber, so I have no problems with him. But it was just time for him to his time has expired with the Yankees. But I wish him the best of luck with the Tigers and wherever he may play in the future. Rodney, you're hilarious. What's up, Udall? How's it going? I mean, yeah, you don't have to be here. You really don't have to be here. I don't, if you want to be here, great. But yeah, you don't have to be here. There's no I don't have a rule saying that you have to be here. You go wherever you want. I don't care. So yes, Glaber, good at that he's gone. Screw that. I'm all against Glaber. He had a hell of a I think Glaber, like I said, man, Glaber had a good career with the Yankees. I mean, there was frustrating times, yes, but I like I said, I like Glaber, but it was time to move on. Now, if he had a freaking phenomenal final season with the Yankees, maybe the Yankees could have brought him back, but second half was great, first half not so much. Playoffs, pretty good. Rizzo, where is he going? Maybe the Marlins, maybe the Marlins, maybe he goes back to the Cubs, maybe he retires. Verdugo, I know the Astros said that they're looking for a left fielder. Do they sign Verdugo to a 1-year deal? Norman Soto, what's up, man? Shout out to PR. He's saying, what do you think of Carlos Correa for third base? Pass. I don't want that. I don't want his contract, and the guy's injury prone. I'm good. Oh, shut up, CT cards. Oh, it's a new moon. Ah, okay. Well, whether it's the new moon or the full moon, I mean, it does bring out the crazies. Billy Masterson, as a Yankees fan, how's it feel that the Mets are so much better this coming season? In what way? I mean, okay, y'all got Soto. I mean, I'll give you that, but your guys' starting rotation is still a little bit of a question mark, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens when the season's in session, because we don't know. Yeah, third base coach. They need one. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Mets are better with Soto, but they need pitching. And yeah, and that's the thing. They do need pitching. I'm not totally confident in their starting rotation. Hopefully I'm proven wrong. Hopefully I'm proven wrong. They got guys in that lineup that could hit, right? Absolutely. They got guys in that lineup that could hit, but their starting rotation right now is what I would question. That's funny. How many days till spring training? I'm also dying for the new MLB to show trailer. Hopefully it comes out. Well, I know pitchers and catchers are going to report. I know pitchers and catchers are going to report on February 14th, so it'll happen soon. Yeah, I agree, Udall. I don't think their rotation right now is great. All right. I'm going to hold you to that there, Billy. I'm going to hold you to that. I hope you're right, man. I really hope you're right. I'll celebrate with you. Not. I mean, they haven't improved on it. They resigned Mania, but the bullpen and staff need more. What's already there? Yeah, I mean, the pitching is where I'm a little. I'm. If I'm a Mets fan, I'd be a little concerned about. That's just me, though. So. All right, by a raise of hands, who answer in the chat yes or no. Are we fans jealous of the Mets? Let's talk about it. Yes or no? Everybody give their vote right now. Yeah, stole him. Yeah. They literally like kidnapped him. That's what they did. Okay, so no. No, hell no, please. Negatory. All right, a lot of no's. No. Well, the no's are winning right now. All right. Good job, folks. There you go. Walter Lambert says no. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, it seems like it's unanimous. Yankees fans are not jealous of the Mets. So there you go. To be fair, every one of our bullpen arms missed a lot of time last year, including Devin Williams. Yeah, I mean the Yankees. They again after Juan Soto, they made moves right away. They pivoted quickly, and they made some things happen. So they made some great additions. If they had signed Soto, I don't know if they would have, they would have not been able to sign a guy like Max Fried. Maybe they could have traded for Devin Williams, right? Bellinger would be out of the question. He wouldn't have been traded for. But they would have gotten Devin Williams. Max Fried probably wouldn't have been a thing. Maybe they would have signed Walker Buehler. Oh no, trust me. Us Yankees fans, we were upset when Soto got when Soto signed with the Mets. I know I was upset. I wasn't happy about it, but you know what? I'm over it. It's done. It's over. What can we do? What can I do? I can't do nothing about it. So yeah, I know I'm over it. He's a Met. That's it. Congratulations. You all got your man. I would suggest you highly worry about the Mets, man. The fact that you're in here trying to be a troll, it kind of goes to show that we're living in your head, us Yankees fans, and the Yankees are living in your mind, even after the Soto signing. Just think about that for a minute. Just think about that for a minute. But congratulations on getting Juan Soto, man. Good for you. Yeah, exactly. They got to worry about Philly. They got to worry about Atlanta. They got to worry about LA. You got to get past LA. LA is going to destroy the National League again. They will. I certainly did. I knew he was a rental. I've said he could very well sign with another team. So even with King Daddy Cohen's money, not beat the Dodgers for years. So enjoy that. Yeah, no doubt. Exactly. Yeah. The Braves surprise everybody. I mean, the Braves are just a great. They're a good team, great organization. Um, Phillies. I mean, the Phillies are always a threat. They're always there. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. We see what they're doing. Whatever you say there, Billy. Whatever you say there. You're good, bro. Um, Pitching is way better. Yeah, facts. Facts. Yeah, exactly. But look, I want to ask this question. So with the Dodgers signing Hai-Song Kim, um, what happens with the Dodgers? I mean, do they move on from? Do they trade Gavin Lux? Uh, could the Yankees call the Dodgers and try to work out a deal for them to get Gavin Lux? Could he be an option? Do they Kike Hernandez? Right, he's a name that I didn't even think about, but just chatting with a couple of the content creators, you know, I forgot that Kike Hernandez was a free agent. Do the Yankees sign him to maybe a 1 or 2 year deal? I know I do like Kike Hernandez. I think he's a good player, and I know Cody Bellinger's spoken very highly of him. So there could be some sort of connection there where the Yankees could sign Kike Hernandez. He could be an option, but I'm just wondering if any of those guys would be good options. Yeah, Kike. Yeah, Kike Hernandez. Yeah, he does hit in the clutch. I'm a big Kike Hernandez fan. I always thought he was a solid player. I do like him. So yeah, I don't let's see what Clay Holmes is like as a starter. I know initially when he started his career, he was a starter, but then converted into a bullpen arm. Um, my thing with Clay Holmes, he's not a closer. He's not a closer, or he's a when he's just a regular bullpen arm guy. Like when he's just not in the closer role, he pitches well, you know. But as a starter, yeah, there's gonna be some pressure. So I don't think he. Yeah, I don't. I mean, as of right now, I don't think he's a starter. Hey, Back It Up Binge podcast. Shout out to you, man. Your boy signed Charlie Morton. What do you think of the signing, man? Talk to us. Turn your back on Soto when he plays at Yankee Stadium. Do not boo. Do not acknowledge him. He no longer exists. No reaction. I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna boo him. He's gonna hear the boos, and I know he's gonna embrace it. There's no doubt there. Holmes is an awesome middle reliever. He's a sinker baller. Yeah, I mean, again, he didn't fit the closer role. So Andrew H, do you think the Yankees are waiting for Roki's decision before making another move? That's been talked about. I don't know if they're waiting on Roki's decision. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think they should be waiting on his decision. I think they should still look to acquire another bat. Uh, in this case, third base. So I don't, they could be waiting on Roki's decision. I know they're one of the teams that's in on Roki, but as I've said before, I don't. I think the chances of Roki signing with the Yankees, in my opinion, is slim. So that's what I would like to know. Referee's comment. Oh my god, you guys are hilarious. Yeah, you guys and gals are the best. You really are. Let them know what's up. No, Yankees fans have to rise above booing by not acknowledging Soto's existence in any way. Well, hey, if you could convince Yankees fans to do it, go for it, there, OG. If you can convince them to do it, go for it. With all the talk of taxes, why aren't the Rangers and Astros capitalizing on Texas? Capitalizing Texas? Yes, Texas doesn't have state income tax. This is true. That's a good question, man. I think it just boils down to the ownership. I know with the Rangers, I don't know if it's the case right now, but I know they've had a I know they've had a there was like a TV deal that they couldn't they had a problem with. So you know, I know they were kind of financially strapped with that. So let's see. Let's get our friends analysis here. He says Martin old but solid, 167 strikeouts and 165 innings pitched, 14 starts, 6 innings pitched, 11 starts, 7 Ks. So solid strengths and lengthens the rotation. I like relatively speaking. Are you? But are you still at all a little bit concerned with the rotation? And I'm only asking because there were injuries to the starting rotation, as you know. Kind of it did damage um the Orioles, honestly. So I mean, like from just looking at it from the outside, I mean, I'm a little concerned with the rotation. I think the Orioles I think they'll find a way, but their lineup is not a question mark for me. But their pitching rotation is a little bit of a concern. But that again, that's just me. And don't have the best player in, and still don't have the best player. Ooh, we're starting a war now. Let's go. I feel like old don't mean anything in baseball anymore. It feels like people play. Yeah, I mean they do nowadays. Forget. Yeah, they do. In the past, I don't think that was really the case. I mean, it was very rare. I mean, you saw that with a guy like Dennis Eckersley. Who'd you trade for Muncy from the Dodgers? Man, well, first off, let's look at what is his contract details? Because he'll be 30. I think he's going to be 35. He'll be 35 in August. So when he starts the season, he'll be 34. He does come with 3 years of control. He has a club option for 26. There is a club option for 26. I mean, I'm trying to think who would you give up? I mean, Dodgers are gonna. I'd have to think about that one for Max Muncy. Rotation is not as strong as the Yankees and Red Sox, in my opinion. Don't count Elias out for making a trade. He is targeting Cease, was the rumor. No Jack Flaherty. Well, so Flaherty out of the question. Dylan Cease. I know I did hear something about the Orioles being connected to Dylan Cease. Is Dylan Cease wasn't he connected last offseason as well? Yeah, educate him, David. Let him know, man. Let him know. Yeah, they try to get Cease at the deadline, didn't pull the trigger. Yeah. I thought they were trying to get him in the last off season when the White Sox were shopping him. Oh yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely a clickbait channel. How did you know, bro? How did you know? Yeah, yeah, we talked about it. Orioles signing Charlie Morton. I forgot he was even a free agent. That's the funny thing. And if smells like Jobber Chamberlain. Oh, the Jobber rules. Yeah, I remember talking to Jabba Chamberlain actually, and yes, it's true. I did talk to Jabba Chamberlain with some of the other content creators. They should have just left him alone in the bullpen, man. I didn't like the Jabba rules. That messed him up. That messed him up. So yeah, Charlie Morton still has some stuff in him for sure. Maybe not what he used to. I mean, he's a little bit on the older side now. He's 41. Um, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does for for Baltimore. At least there's a veteran presence in that rotation. So Morton's already asleep. That's funny. All right, back it up, Vince. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you tuning in, and I need to hit you up about doing a show with you. So I'll message you on X. Referee with another $2 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says Billy's boy toy hurt him today. He's acting out. Oh man. I like the old timers on the staff. They know and see more of what's happening because they're freaking well, yeah. I mean, they've been around the game for a long time. That's kind of the benefit. That's also the benefit of having a guy like Goldschmidt, right? He's 37. He's still I think he'll still be a solid bat. Defensively, we know he's going to be good. He's clearly an upgrade, and he'll be a mentor to a lot of the younger guys like Ben Rice, Volpe, Jazz Chisholm. So and he'll be definitely a good ear for for Judge too. So Judge he's not going to miss that. He's not going to miss too much of that Rizzo presence, right? I mean, I know him and Rizzo were really good friends and they really got along. I think you're going to see that same type of relationship with Paul Goldschmidt and Aaron Judge. So yeah, no, I like the signing too. I know there's a lot of fans that didn't like the signing, but I did like the signing. I certainly welcomed it. So let's see what he does in this 1 year. And on top of that, Goldschmidt could hit lefty. He could hit lefty pitching, which is something that the Yankees couldn't do in 2024. So hopefully 2025, it's a different story, you know. But I like where the Yankees are at as of right now. They need one more bat. I've been saying it every live stream so far. I have a good feeling about this season too. There, Demon D. The Dodgers once again sign another player, no problem. Hai-Sung Kim this time around. Do they sign Roki Sasaki? Don't be surprised. I mean, they're signing everybody and anybody. Baltimore signed Charlie Morton. They haven't done anything else really. I mean, they haven't really been active, but they could very well pull off a surprise move that we don't expect, which happens all the time. Goldschmidt is a great clubhouse presence. Imagine Arenado and him guiding the infield. And that's the thing, man. If the Yankees were to get Arenado, they'd be stuck with him for 3 years. But again, Arenado's solid glove at third, an upgrade at third. Defensively, that infield would be amazing. And they could both of those guys as both of those veterans on the infield. Yeah, Hope Rice and Goldie work great together as teacher and student. I think though, I think Rice will be able to take away a lot from Goldschmidt. I think a lot of the young players on the team will be able to take things away from him. I feel better with Goldschmidt. I like Williams and Freed. We're better as a leadership is concerned. Judge is great, but a weak captain, in your humble opinion. I won't call him weak. I feel like he's a good captain. I feel like he's still learning as he goes along. Was he given the captain role too soon? I think so, but I think he's doing fine. I think he's doing fine. All right, good night there, Jack. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll wrap it up here soon too, because I'm gonna get going. But I always appreciate everybody in the chat. To all the folks that support me, to the trolls, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Thank you all. But yo, we got the Ace Avenue in the building. Chia, what up, Ace? What's going on, man? Good to see you. But what's going on, bro? Let me get your thoughts. What do you think about what do you think about our familiar face being brought back in Velasquez, and Hai-Song Kim signing with the Dodgers, Charlie Morton with the Orioles, man? What are you thinking? Shout out to Ace. Make sure you all subscribe to the Ace Avenue. Yeah, tonight was a troll night, man. Oh, I love the trolls. Who's the number 2 catcher? I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be Ben Rice. It could be JC Escara. Yankees have options. I don't know who they're going to go with. So, David Elias with the $2 super chat. My man, thank you so much. He says, God bless you and the Ace. Best baseball people. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ace rocks too, man. Ace rocks. Ace for sure rocks. Go Yanks, baby. That's right. Go Yanks. Yo, Ace, you missed it earlier, man. I had some trolls in the chat. I had some trolls in the chat. It was awesome, bro. I had to time him out. Let's win. That's right, man. 28. Saying that I'm not a credible source. I have no connections with the Yankees or any connect. I'm not an insider, and I'm like, I never claimed to be. So, and they just kept going on, and I had to time them out. The trolls are out tonight. This is true, Ray. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch it. I didn't put up with it for too long, but it's not the first time. But yeah, I've had these trolls ask me what kind of connections I have, and I'm like, I don't have any connections, and I never claimed that I did. So, hype for the Yankees. I think all the pickups and not getting Soto means we're more flexible. Yeah, exactly. They, if they'd signed Soto, which if they did, I think we all would have been excited. But, question is, would they have been as flexible? Probably not. The Mets need so much better than last season, but they own the back. Yeah, as of right now, they do. Yeah, they did own the back page, the Soto signing, but it's all right. It's all right. You still got to play. You still got to play the games, and there's 162 of them. They are stupid. You don't pretend to be a source. You're just giving exactly, and that's what I do. That's what the majority of the content creators do. You know what I mean? Like they just give out. We all just give our opinions. That's just what we do. Give our opinions. Give our thoughts. So yeah, I never claimed to be a source or be a guy on the inside and know people on the inside. I'm not, I don't make those claims ever. You could go back to all my live streams and go see for yourselves. But what up, Freed fan? How's it going? Good to see you. How's it going? I know a couple of you joined. I know a couple of you joined in late, but yeah, I'm gonna slowly wrap it up. I've been on for a little over an hour, so definitely appreciate you all coming on. So yeah, so again, few moves went down today. Let's see if we hear anything this weekend. Obviously, if there's like big signings, I will try and go live and we'll hang out and talk about it and give our opinions and see what you all think. I love this chat. I love this crew that I have here. I love this community. We get to talk about. We always value people's opinions. So and y'all are a fun group as always. So I believe in the young core that we have now. We're lucky to have Volpe Jazz. Oh my God, he's so electric. Yeah, Wells and Rice. It reminds me of the old core four and their younger judges, the MVP. Yeah, I mean, Volpe needs to turn it around in year three. Year three, he needs to make things happen. Let's see how he progresses in year three. I mean, it was nice to see how he performed in the postseason. Hopefully that translates. Jazz is a good player. He's great. He needs to come down on the strikeouts. Austin Wells, let's see what he does in his second full season. There's improvements that he needs to make. Ben Rice, he still needs to develop as of right now. I mean, he still needs to develop. He needs to make his improvements. But they have a nice young team, with a couple of veterans. It's nice to have. Dan, if you mean to tell me you aren't getting the info directly from Cashman, unfortunately, man, I left a couple of voicemails for Cashman, but he just never got back to me. Can we offload Volpe if he stays the same? Yeah, I mean, listen, if I don't personally, if I don't see any big improvements from Volpe, they might have to go a different direction. All right, I'm not writing him off, right? I want Volpe to play well. I think he's got potential, right? He just needs to be the player that he needs to be. All right, meaning just he needs to be the guy that's not like hitting a bunch of home runs. So that's not who he should be. He should be a guy that gets on base and is is a threat on the bases. That's the kind of player he needs to be. Yeah, and the Martian, we're going to see him in his first full season. He's going to play his first season as a rookie. Let's see what he does, right? But temper your expectations with Dominguez. So, if this guy is in a big slump, he's not playing well, like, got to be patient. And I know that's very hard for Yankees fans to do. I'm new here, man, but enjoy listening to you. Appreciate you, man. Screw the trolls, and if they don't like it, they don't have to watch. Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to be here if you're gonna bash. You don't need to be here, man. If you don't like the channel, you don't need to be here. There's other channels out there. You could go watch them. I won't be offended. I promise. So, yeah, Velasquez he's a death piece. You know what I mean? So he's going to get an invitation to spring training. I ain't tempering. These guys have it and can shine without. Yeah, I'm not saying they can't win without Soto. What I'm saying though is that when it comes to rookies, we all have to temper our expectation. We have to manage our expectations. because a lot of times we expect these guys to come out, firing on all cylinders. I mean, look at what happened with Jackson Holiday. He's the number one prospect. So much hype about him. Comes up major league level, he gets sent back down to 2 weeks later. So, you gotta show patience. We have to know that Goldschmidt is a new guy at the office. What do you mean by that? You know what? I think he's an upgrade over over Rizzo. I mean, he had better numbers than Rizzo last season, and he's gonna be a better glove. And yeah, he's gonna be liked by players, but I mean, you need to have some sort of veteran presence. But I think he's an upgrade over Rizzo. He's an upgrade over DJ, and you only have him for one season, so it's not like you have him for 2 seasons. Yeah, they just got to go out there and perform now. They made the moves. They just got to go out there and perform. Hopefully, they're better it'll be a better managed team. Hopefully the defense is better, but based on the players that they got, they should be fine. Yeah, he's a young 37-year-old. Well, Judge is the captain, but having that veteran presence is still gonna help the team. It's like when Rizzo got traded to the Yankees, he would still be able to provide some sort of guidance for Judge. He could do the same thing Goldschmidt could do the same thing for Judge as well, and he could be a guidance for some of these other young players. He's not trying to take over the team, but he brings a lot of experience there, D-Rod. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the show, and thanks to the trolls for comic relief. Later, bro. We'll see you around. Be fine. Let's not expect him to be a leader when he's there for 1 year. Like I said, I don't expect him to be a leader, but I expect he has a lot of experience in the game, and can guide the young players, and could still guide Judge. Judge has a liking for him. They worked out together in one off season, so I think there's going to be a good chemistry there with Goldschmidt. But again, we'll see what happens as far as all that goes. But I have a good feeling about this. I think the Yankees are still they're not done. They're gonna sign someone else. Who that is, I don't know. Or sign or trade, right? I don't want to just say sign, but something's gonna happen. And I'll stick to my guns. I'm gonna say they're gonna trade for someone. Who that is, I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. But folks, I'm going to wrap it up. All right. I do appreciate each and every one of you coming on. Shout out to all of you. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I got some new subscribers tonight. Thank you to all the trolls. I greatly appreciate you giving me the attention that I was not looking for, but thank you again. Looking forward to seeing you again. So, you all bring comic relief. And take care, everybody. If you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it, folks. Have a good night. If I go live, you'll just hit that notification bell. All right, just so you know when I go live. You all don't miss it. And I will see you all next time. Have a good night, everyone.